In this problem, we're going to play around with y-intercepts. And one of these is easy. One of them is, well, it's not as easy, but the technique we're going to use is the same. I want to draw you an xy grid and remind you what a y-intercept is. If I have some function, that looks like that, the y-intercept is the place where it hits the y-axis. Well, if you look at that, you'll notice that wherever that is, x equals 0. Right? X is the thing that goes left and right, and if you're on the y-axis, x has to be 0 right there. So what that means is, all you have to do is say, plug in x equals 0 into that equation, and that'll tell you the value of the y-intercept. Now, some of these equations are easier, and some of them are harder to do, but let me show you how to do that for this one over here. If I say x equals 0, I could write it using function notation this way. F of 0 instead of f of x equals negative 0 squared plus 7 times 0 minus 4. See how I just changed all those x's to 0? Well, watch what makes this so easy. This just becomes 0, right? Plus, no, not 7. 7 times 0 is 0, and then minus 4. So in the end, the result is just minus 4. Or in other words, when you have a polynomial in standard form, you can just take whatever the number is that has no x's on it, and that is your y-intercept. Now, you can't just say negative 4 is your answer, right? Because what this wants is as a coordinate point. Okay, so we have to say negative 4 is a coordinate point. Well, that's not too hard. You just say what the x value is, comma, the y value. Okay, there you go. There's your y-intercept. Now, for this next one, it's a little harder just because you have to actually do algebra now. But the technique or the strategy is going to be the same. We're going to plug in x equals 0. So this becomes 3 times 0 minus 4 squared and negative 2 times 0 minus 1. A lot going on here, but it simplifies nicely because 3 times 0 is 0 and 0 minus 4, that's just negative 4. So we have negative 4 squared, and the next one just becomes negative 1, which becomes 16. That's a positive 16. Remember that negative 4 times negative 4, that's 2 negatives makes a positive. So that's 16 times negative 1. Well, that's just negative 16. Okay? And we write it the same way in coordinate form, 0, comma, negative 16.